Other interesting cultural news, you have the quote-unquote Michigan man named Mohamed. Well, he's, arrested for a terrorism attack being planned. Now, this was brought to us thanks to End Wokeness. And he says, quote-unquote Michigan man, well, I'm definitely not going to get this pronunciation right, but it's not for lack of trying. Abu Damijadi? No, wait. Abdul Majadi. Abdul Majad? Sounds like I'm trying to rap, I think. Abdul Majad Mohammed. Well, I was going to say that's the most popular name in the UK for new babies, I think. That one's easy to remember. Muhammad said that, or, wait, his name is Said? Abdul Mahad Mohammed Said. his last name is Said. That is ridiculous. It's almost as comical as having a name like Topping. Oh, wait, I partially digress. But Mr. Mohammed Said was arrested for planning an attack on a military base in Detroit. Feel enriched yet? There's a picture of him, which, well, at least he does wear a button-up t-shirt, or button-up full-length dress shirt. And then a picture, not to be cliche, but he's wearing a sweatshirt. It looks like the rudimentary ISIS flag, which is probably, the design of that flag tells you everything you need to know about the organization in terms of lack of IQ. I mean, a kid with a crayon in kindergarten, could have designed a more eloquent flag. Yeah, ISIS has their, crap flag. And it got about 200,000 views and 9.5 thousand likes. Now, I mean, the real question is, if he were to, and again, hopefully no one was actually harmed if he were to do anything, but hypothetically speaking, if he were to actually go through with a terror attack plan on the city of Detroit, would anyone be able to tell the difference before and after? I mean, probably not, and I'm only partially kidding. Now, going to the comments, when the top one is come to us thanks to Brianna Mariano, saying, quote, "You left out the biggest deal. This is a ISIS-inspired attack. The attack was inspired by Islam. Those details are critical when telling these stories." Getting 158 likes. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, "Another Democrat hero arrested," getting 190 likes. Paul Zupa says, "Doesn't matter. Democrats will still defend him," getting 56 likes. Yep. Mirthful Moments says this, and there's a picture of some M&Ms, or a bowl of M&Ms rather. It says, "You say that not all Muslims are monster. Imagine a bowl of M&Ms with 10% of them being poisoned. Would you still eat a handful?" Getting 34 likes. And, well, this is the United States, and we have an obesity problem. So, yeah, probably most people would eat the M&Ms, even if 10% were poison. Because, yeah, we have a sugar problem. Well, a lot of problems in the United States with our health. But, yeah, the copious amounts of high fructose corn syrup and candies, I think, is a variable. That got, again, 34 likes. The conservative alternative says, quote, "Michigan man and Maryland man are about to become the best buds in El Salvador," getting 60 likes. You also have Mirthful Moments saying, quote, "Deport them," although he's actually spelled it depot them. Maybe he's wishing that they go to the Home Depot, which actually not that bad of a punishment, unless, heaven forbid, you need customer support or customer help. They're trying to find something. Oh, it's dreadful. You get it's almost like a scavenger hunt trying to find an employee to help you. But I partially digress as he talks about depotting them. And they have some Islamic men. It says, "Sharia law is clear. You can convert, die, or be enslaved. Import Muslims, get Sharia law. Muslims will not deny it. What part is hard to understand?" Getting 30 likes. You also have a picture of refugee with a, what is that? Not a Bowie knife, a large scabbard or something to that effect. It's from Yosemite Sam saying, "Here comes the diversity. You are about to be culturally enriched," getting 27 likes. Tiago says, quote, "Just another random lone wolf who was totally coincidentally named. Nothing to see here, folks. Diversity is our strength, right?" Getting 45 likes. I also have Dr. Sherry saying, quote, "The real threat to the USA and the West is not Russia and China. It is, at this moment, it is Islam. Prove me wrong," getting 43 likes. Which, yeah, it is funny how much politicians say, "Oh my gosh, Russia's the biggest enemy in the world. Oh, they're a threat to our lives, democracy." Last time I checked, they're just chilling over there, making vodka and AK-47s. When's the last time they actually had a lot of influence? They're pretty far away. I'm not too worried they're going to invade us. Someday before I die, I do hope we actually have good relations with Russia. So you get some nice cheap spam cam ammo again. Maybe get some Mosin Nagants. Used to be able to get one for 80 bucks a pop. A crate of Mosin Nagants was a 10-pack. Used to be able to get that for a couple $100 back in the day. So I'll kick myself for not buying that. But I partially digress. Back to the comments. You also have, what is this? I Love American News says, "At least he was caught before he could act." And it says, this is a picture of Hiroshima from 1945 to 2010 and a picture of Detroit from 1945 to 2010. It says, "Detroit, Michigan is proof that 6 decades of Democrat leadership caused more lasting damage than a nuclear bomb," which this was debunked a couple years ago. The pictures were, I think, in a suburb of Detroit or something like that. But yeah, overall, still, I think there's kind of some truth to this. Let's just say I had some family, most ironic thing in the world. My family escaped communism in Cuba, and they went to the one place on the planet worse than that, Southside Detroit. Needless to say, they all worked like hell, didn't take any government benefits, and they all became successful and, of course, moved the hell out. They got 38 likes. Western Dominion says, Michigan man? You have the JD fans, Mame, looking all funny, getting 21 likes. You also have the Dipster says, fortunately not black enough for a statue, getting 8 likes. Let's see. Crazy Vibe says, I keep seeing things like this. Muslims have conflicts with Christians. Muslims have conflicts with Jews. Muslims have conflicts with Hindus. Muslims have conflicts with atheists. Muslims have conflicts with other Muslims. Media interpretation, Islamophobia must be that rampant. Getting 72 likes. Which, yeah, there are some places that want to roll out Sharia law, which I would argue are against most of the values that we hold dear. But it'll be interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts, because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. And lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.